Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another HM1 in 2021. This is Ryan. Today we're going to go over Chapter 8 of Secnav Instruction 5216.5. And again, that's 5216.5, which is a correspondence manual. This is probably going to be a less than 5-minute video because I'm breaking these down in the correspondence manual by chapter because they change depending on which cycle it is. So Chapter 8 is only like one-page content. But by darn it, I'm still going to do it. So general multi-address letters are when you have more than one action addressee. So multiple addresses, multiple people. You could also use separate standard letters, but that's a lot more work and you'd have to individually address it to each person. There are a couple different ways that you can list your addressees. One is using the to-line. When you have 4 addressees or fewer, use the to-line by itself as shown in figure 8.1, which pop down here to figure 8.1, 2, Commander Squadron 4, or Squadron 2, Squadron 4, Squadron 12. So boom, 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 they're listed separately in the to-line. Distro line. So again, the distribution line is only if you have more than 4 addressees. So 4 or less is the to-line, 4 or more distribution. Let's look at figure 8.2 and see what that looks like. So, yeah. Let's see, and it doesn't exactly, oh, there you go, distribution's at the bottom. So it's just from, subject, and then boom. Command names, and yeah, easy day. So again, distribution line, distribution's here below the signature line, above the copy too, but pop right there. And then the third way, using both. Let's see. Using both the to-line and the distribution line when you know the group title whose distribution is relatively unknown. Place the group title, area, records, officers in the to-line and identify each member in the distro line. That's kind of confusing me, but let's look at the letter and see how that is. Let's see, so from to standard of conduct coordinators. So I'm reading this as I know the title, but I don't know who exactly the person is. And then the distribution looks like that's the command. So Washington, Pensacola, San Diego, San Francisco. Ooh, man, it'd be nice to be stationed in San Francisco. And yeah, so they're going to the conduct coordinators and distribution. Those are the commands that those coordinators work at. Let's see. Every action addressee must receive a letter that has a letterhead and a signature. And that letterhead can be printed, typed, stamped, or photocopied. The signature must be original or photocopied. And it tells you how you can make copies. Type the original on letterhead. After it's been signed, make the photocopy. And you keep the original signed copy and you only send out the photocopies. So again, I think the big things here for possible test questions. How many addressees can be sent to a multiple address letter? In a to-line, 4 or less, distro line 4 or more, and both to and distro is when the group title whose distribution is relatively unknown. And then there's a way that you can assemble them, which is figure 8.4, which I think is kind of the normal brief sheet, letter, envelope, second letter, envelope. So I think that one's kind of obvious. No need to much go over. Before signature, make sure there's the briefing sheet. Have the original letter be signed in normal order with their enclosures. Second letter to be signed, envelope, copies for the copy to, envelope, background material. And boom, that is Chapter 8 of the Correspondence Manual. As I said, 5-minute or less video. Big things. What is distribution? What is to? How many people? And you send the copies after it's been signed. All right, take care.